You know, so I'm really just like searching for the area that has the most pain, and it's kind of hanging out there. You know, I'll move back and forth, put different degrees of pressure, tack it down, move my leg, and just find the areas that are like the most tender and spend some time in that. Maybe just like a minute, 90 seconds on each leg, nothing crazy. Put this back. I'll be a good Samaritan. Perfect. Shorts, eventually you're just gonna end up hiking up on me. That's always how it works. Ooh. All right. Let's do a little more work on the anterior, the front of my thigh. Little hack is using the incline bench for what people call couch stretch. And so here all I'm doing is getting in a position where I'm like in a pretty decent stretch. I'll get my abs tense and just kind of squeeze my butt as I press forward. And it's just a ton of stretch over the front of my thigh. And honestly, I do like 20 or 30 normally, but I'll do a little bit less today. Immediately after I do this bad boy, it's like any of that pain kind of just acutely right after is gone. Comes back, but it's just for the short term is gone. Good. Whew. Now we'll head over to the where we'll get started. I brought my own bands today because I found out I couldn't rely on the ones being where they're supposed to be here, so I gotta bring my own. Go with this bad boy here. Beautiful. Yeah, like I was saying before, I don't do a terribly long warm-up, just areas that I know that I need to address, and then I use exercise selection, exercise order to kind of function as, obviously I'm getting a workout, but the progression of the exercises that I use also function to warm me up for the next thing. So you'll see me doing oftentimes on a leg day, like hamstring curl type movements. Here we're gonna have we call it traditionally a Nordic curl that I'm gonna modify to make it better. I'll do this, 3, 4, 5 sets depending on how I'm feeling. And then I'll move on to the next exercise. What I find is if I do like a hamstring curl exercise first, I can warm up the posterior, the backside of my knee, and it just feels better for quad-based movements afterwards. So I'm gonna start with this bad boy here. And now this is called a Nordic curl. It's a very old school exercise, awesome exercise, but it does have kind of a major pitfall. And basically what that is as you're going through the exercise, I'm gonna suspend my legs in here. And basically I'm falling forward, and it's like a body weight leg curl. The issue is, as I get all the way out, extended all the way, and my hamstrings are in the most lengthened position, that's actually where I'm weakest. And so I'm the heaviest, the exercise the hardest, where I'm weakest. So from a standpoint of what we call like a resistance profile, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But when you add a band to this, it kind of dampens that effect. And so you'll see me hold this band as I'm going out, and as I go all the way out, the band gets the most stretched. It provides the most assistance where I'm heaviest, kind of ameliorating, I can't say it. It dampens it, it makes it easier where it's hardest. So it's better from like a hypertrophy standpoint. Let me see if I can get this. Ameliorate. Fumbled on that one. So you'll see here, I'm not going to stay fully extended the whole way. I'm actually going to have a slight bend or flex at the hip. Ooh, my band is not as assisting as the one as they have at the gym. Good. Whew. So I had like 1, 2 if a tiger was running after me, left in the tank there. And you don't go like balls out on every set to failure. There's a lot of talk in like failure training, what they call reps in reserve, and what you should do. Put simply, the more sets you take to failure, the less work you're going to be able to do, right? And so you just got to be smart about it. I think that everyone at some point, you have to go to failure. You have to find failure, which is basically not being able to do another rep with good form, not being able to move anymore in order to know how many reps away from failure you are in the future. But you just can't do it on every set. So you'll see on this one, I'm probably gonna go, based on what I'm feeling right now, 3 to 4 sets. And on the first several, I'm gonna go to the point where I have maybe 1 left and stop. On the last one, I might take it to, I don't have any left, and you'll see me like shaking. And I'm winded. And normally I'll time the rest periods out, because if left to my own devices, I'll go too fast. I won't give myself enough rest. So I actually got to time myself typically. Sometimes I like the freedom of not having to do that. But if I don't pay attention to time, I will go too fast and won't give myself enough of a break. And like, I'm kind of an OG with tracking in like a notebook. I'll bring a notebook around with me. But right now I'm back to like just putting it in notes on my phone, you know, making sure I know what I did the last time so I can repeat it or best it. And sometimes I like the freedom from that too. So in the last week, actually up until now, I haven't done any of that. So taking a little break. The first one's like 11. Oh shit. And here I'm actually gonna I'm dorsiflexing my foot, almost as if you're to walk on your heels, like that heel position. And what that does is, as I'm doing like a leg curl, like whether I did it here or did a leg curl machine, that dorsiflexion allows for the calf muscles called the gastrocnemius. It allows that to participate in the movement, assists. It also supplies a little bit more integrity to the back of the knee and warms that up better. That was good. Whew, that was close. Shit. I'll time this one. How's this one? How's the lighting on this? It's decent? Good. This area of the gym is like, it's solid for lighting.
Yeah, sunlight.
Makes me look kind of pretty. That's really difficult to do. Oh man, yeah, this band is definitely not as taut as the band that the gym has. That's of equivalent size. So it threw me off on the first set. Normally I can crank out like 15. But it's funny, actually, it's kind of sick. This past week, we went to Lissa's show, and she, oddly enough, got sick like a day and a half, 2 days before her show. It's funny, I was with my brother, we're staying at my brother's place, and it was like 3 or 4 days into her being sick. My brother and I were like fine, and lo and behold, we're like, oh, our immune systems must be great. Like we didn't get sick, we're fine. The day I fly home, for sure, feel like shit. And it just got worse, and like have a history of like bad sinus infections and issues with my nose. So that's like what wrecks me the worst. And like here in Vegas, it's so dry. So my nose was just like bleeding for days. And so you can still hear like I'm kind of like nasally because it's like beat up. So I'm still like overcoming that. Like this is probably, I probably feel the best for this workout. Well, I feel the best for sure for this workout that I felt the last 2 weeks, without a doubt. Without a doubt. See, like I would have went right now and I still got like 40 seconds for sure. So this is exactly why I timed this out. Oh, funny. Good. Ooh, we're gonna go one more. We'll go 4 today. 4 today. Oh, damn. Whew. It's always funny you see someone like filmed, like other people see it, like, oh, that guy must be important. It's like, not at all. It's funny. What's been really cool to see, I think, since I've been here is Jay. Talking to Jay, talking to Milos. Really cool, like, there's hardly anybody here, but like 2 of the greatest bodybuilders of all time just happen to work out here. So it's always kind of cool to see those guys. You'll see probably too as I get on the last set, and on a lot of things that I do, I go, I guess relative to most people, like slow. And I won't even call it slow. It's more so that I have to go at a pace where I can feel everything that's going on. And like as a bodybuilder, going slow enough that I can put the tension of the exercise in the musculature that I'm actually trying to work, focusing on making the muscle I'm trying to work do the movement rather than just do the movement, if that makes sense. Now there's some exceptions, but for most exercises you'll see me probably be deliberately slow, probably like the time under tension. You know, my 6 reps, my 8 reps takes longer than most people's 6 to 8 reps, just because I'm slow and intentional, just because I'm old. Like I've accrued a lot of injuries from, honestly, training like an asshole, training too heavy, ego lifting, one might call it. It's hard not to, and you just learn your lesson. Like this band for sure is less tension than the kilos band. Like that first set when I went down, it's not good. Last one. If I can get 7, shit, if I can get 8, This is the one where I take it till I can't move. Yep. Okay, that's what you get. One shitty rep. That's it. One shitty rep and you're done. And then we're done. Whew. Okay. That was good. Oh. So the back of my legs, they're warm. Shit. Okay, so my big KPI movement today is gonna be a split squat on the new vertical Smith machine, which is badass. But I'm gonna do, like, honestly, this is what I'm saying, like how I make exercises prep work. I'm gonna do 1, maybe 2 sets on the leg extension, just to get the anterior knee, the patellofemoral area a little bit warmer, get in touch with my quads, talk to them a bit, and then I'll come over here. This is where music's gonna talk to us. Here's a little, this is a hack too. I can get a towel. 1 second. It's a little hack for my OCD lifters, because that's definitely what I got. So on most of these conventional leg extension machines, because of how it's set up, the pad over time bends. So, especially as you're using more weight, the inside leg gets more pressure than the outside leg. Bugs the shit out of me. OCD. And so, if I put, not even that much, just a towel, something here, it makes the pressure like a little closer to even, so it doesn't bug the shit out of me. And line it up, axis rotation back from the kneecap. It's the actual axis rotation of my knees here. There. Whew. 130, that's pretty light. Dude, I hate training leg extensions without my headphones on, because I can hear my knees. This sounds like fucking Rice Krispies, no joke. Yeah, right. In this, like, it isn't even about like a rep scheme or anything. Like, I'm choosing a weight, I'm choosing an implementation that doesn't hurt, that starts to get my musculature and my knee joint like actually warmed up and prepped for the next movement. So there's sometimes I'll do like, I don't know, like 50 reps. You know, and it's not like a science-based thing, like it's like the right rep range to build muscle. Dude, I do what the fuck I gotta do to get ready. That's it. Gotta love that. Ooh. That burns so bad. Yeah, it's, you know, there's like, it's crazy how big, like, was it TikTok fitness or Instagram? It's just like how much fitness has blown up on social media. Kind of winded. That ain't good. But in like what's ideal, what's like the right perfect rep range to build muscle, then you can always tell the people who've actually never worked with real people, right? Like for me, oh, you should lift, you know, in the 6 to 8 rep range to 1 rep left in the tank 3 times a week on a month. Bro, I have no cartilage in my knees. If I do what I can do for 6 to 8 reps on a hack squat, I can't walk up the stairs for 2 days. That's not productive. So everything that I do in here now, it doesn't matter if it's the most ideal for hypertrophy or building muscle. It's what's most ideal to keep me in the gym. That's number one. That's the most important, because like I actually lift weights because I enjoy it. Once you figure out you ain't gonna be Mr. Olympia, just enjoy it. Just do what you enjoy. All right, I'll get a little more juice on this one. I kind of lied. I said I was only gonna do like 1 to 2, but then it's funny. Like I kind of just go. I don't want to go with the flow. That sounds stupid. If it feels good, like I just keep rolling with it. Like if I'm like if an extra for me, honestly, if I can get something productive done, especially we talk about like my quads because my knees are an issue. If I'm getting good sets in, like I'll roll with it. If I'm getting good pumps, I'm getting like here, I'll probably fail like under 20 reps. Like I'm gonna keep going. And that's what's happened so far. Even though I can hear my knees. That's okay, it's okay. You heard it? I'm telling you, man. Bugs the shit out of you. Yeah. No.
If you're able to keep going, you gotta keep going, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Wow, that one felt good. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh yeah. It's weird, like it's not like the perfect mechanics. Halfway through there I kind of rock my knees forward. Every once I'll try that. As I'm coming down on the eccentric, rocking my knees forward, zero pain, felt fucking delicious. But I am gonna find the squat wedge, and now we'll tackle the split squats if I can keep my breath. It's a little winded today. This is one that like I'd be like I'm really self-critical. but like an exercise that I'd be stupid strong in. I think like my best, granted it was a barbell actually. Split squat was 315 for a set of 5. And the only reason I racked it is because you start losing your balance when you're tired. And when you're on one leg, basically with 315, that's not like a cool feeling. So can definitely do a lot of weight. The problem is that's why I don't have any cartilage behind my kneecaps. Okay. And so what I'm trying to do there, and that was like 15 reps, I can get winded on this, I can tell for sure, is the wedge already puts me in a position where I can have more knee travel forward. I can make this more quad. Now it's hit me. But one thing that you can't see is the frictional base force that I'm producing against the resistance. So I'm not just going up and down, I am, but I'm creating force this way on the ground the entire time, especially as I come back up. Yes, I'm pushing up, but my foot is driving the ground this way, which inevitably creates a slightly different line of force. It just makes me use my quads more. See, I'd love to do like 6 reps fast in a lot of weight, but this didn't hurt, like knock on something, that didn't hurt my knees and felt fucking delicious. It was all quads. All quads. All right, other side. Yeah, oddly enough, my left knee, not my right that I just did, has been the one giving me problems, and my right knee is the one that has basically no cartilage. This lateralis, a year and a half ago, died. Like this half down there died. You can see I'm missing some here compared to this leg. Then I had like this tibial or patellar ligament strain, but right knee doesn't hurt. Weird, left knee hurts. Okay. And so here's a good point too. We talk about failure training. So you saw in like the last set of leg extensions, how I went until I could almost like not move, like that level of failure. That is so much easier on your body than failure on something like this, especially at that rep range, because of the musculature that's involved, the amount of oxygen that's consumed. So when we talk about failure training, contextually it's important to talk about failure on what? Because failure on a tricep extension, failure on a leg extension, it's different than failure on a split squat. And you only know that if you've ever did it. Oh, yeah. It's crazy, like in here, there's some places where like you can't see your physique at all. And then like you'll step back, like right there, and it's like, what just happened? I like went to Narnia in between sets, you know? But you notice that like the rep speed on this, how there's like no, I don't lock out. One good like heuristic I have for the speed at which you should be taking your sets or your reps is I want people in on this for sure. I want to go at a speed where if at any point in time you said, hey Adam, stop, I could just stop. At any point in range, I could stop. I want to go at that, not necessarily speed. I want to have that level of control with my repetition is at any point in time in the range, if I had to stop, I can stop and start again. Maybe on the last rep, it's a different story, but that level of control. This is all quad. Holy shit. Okay, fuck. Yeah. Once my ass cheek starts to fail and my other quad wants to stop, we're good. We're done. Yeah, you see that? Like that's, like you, I did that the other day. It's all dark, I step back. Hey, look at that. Look at this. She's getting out of the shot. She ran out of the shot. She'll get back in it.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're supposed to be in the shot. You're supposed to wave to the camera. There it goes. Hiya. Right in the ass. But no, like you step back and go, oh, I actually do look good. Thank God. Okay. Lost that for a second. All right. Here's a problem trail outside. Okay. Yeah, after that one first set, now it feels fucking delicious. That feels good. Whew, that was almost like dead leg. Huh. Oh shit. Here he is. Oh shit. That is winding. This is a very winding exercise. Game time decision. That was good. Just so I don't hog this thing longer than I need to, I am going to set up my next exercise. Whew. Shit. Ooh. You think any we get any shots, like any pictures, or just pull them from the video? Either way is fine for me.
You want pictures? Then pictures.
Okay. If there's ever,
Do you feel pumped now?
I'm pumped now. Literally, figuratively, and cardiovascularly pumped now. Whew. Yeah. Okay.
What's your stronger?
You know what's crazy? Where is it? Like getting them here and here. I swear to God, as I get older, it's like I don't grow muscle. I just grow more vasculature. I have more veins on the outside of my legs. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's gnarly, but I'd take more muscle would be cooler for me. The only criticism I have of the vertical squat or Smith machine is, one, it'd be nice if it went to the floor or just was longer. As you'll see on this, these are you'll hear me say this all the time, fucking delicious. I love this exercise in the field, but if I go all the way up, I hit my head because of the adjustment, because you can't go to the floor, it stops there. But so I already know I can do 2 plates, so I'm gonna get 2 plates on there. Where are they, over here? So this is gonna be the most unscientific thing I say all day. But this is gonna be a straight-legged deadlift versus an RDL. This is a feel exercise, and it's not an exercise. I'm not concerned with getting better at the movement, getting stronger at the movement per se. I'm setting myself up, I'm executing, I'm articulating my body entirely to feel my hamstrings take the tension. That's it. Everything I do on here is to maintain constant tension and stretch on my hamstrings. My ass is huge. It doesn't need to be any huger. And so that's my objective here. So you won't see me put a ton of weight on here. I can RDL over 500 pounds, no questions asked. Easy for reps. But this, I honestly don't even know what weight I'm gonna put on there. I'm just gonna put enough on to feel a good degree of tension and stretch in my hamstrings for 12 to 15-ish reps. And I definitely have asymmetries in where everything's at. So this being a bilateral exercise, you'll see me moving around and putting tension differently. I was getting down after that. Oh. Yeah. So there, like, my leg's not locked out, but it's pretty damn straight. And as I'm coming down, I'm thinking of actually like, almost like there's a string attached to my sacrum, pulling up my sacrum to the ceiling. And shit, dude, if I do that, it feels like my hamstrings are gonna get ripped off. And it feels awesome. And that's what I'm looking for. That's the feel, like the feel I'm talking about on this exercise is that. But that's what I do. That's what I love about this is like the amount of science that's not in that. I love it. This is what it's all like. It's all about for me. Is just doing something that's really difficult that a lot of people can't do, a lot of people won't do, that burns, gets you a pump. There's like nothing, it's like nothing better in the world than that. I'll probably stick it this weight. I'm gonna slap a 25 on there. Just so I get closer to failure a little bit lower. It's funny, like we were talking about the bumper plates, how it looks like I'm doing 1,000 pounds, but really it's not a lot of weight. I'll probably just do one more here. Okay. You ever do deadlifts? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like far and away one of my strongest movements that I don't have pain in. So there is some times where like if I deadlift or I RDL, that's like the only time now I can satiate that, like pushing weight, like kind of like the ego lifting thing.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing I can do it on. So I gotta be careful so I don't wreck that too. But like, yeah, right? But that's the only thing I'm like really strong on anymore. But I gotta be careful. Yeah. Well, it's mostly, whatever was gonna get hurt, I don't want to get hurt. Everyone's so afraid of deadlifts and hurting their back. It's because they're not good at deadlifts. It sounds super counterintuitive. But like if you're actually strong in the movement by practicing it correctly, your back won't hurt.
So beneficial.
100%. But people are like literally figuratively paralyzed by thinking it's going to hurt them when the thing that would help them is actually doing it.
I've heard that they say don't risk it.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff there. But there's a lot of stuff where you should risk it for the biscuit too.
It's a matter of doing it well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get all the benefits that you get.
For sure, man.
Enjoy ego lift, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, found it. Yeah, that was the last one. I'm done on that. Got what I wanted to get out of it. The saying that I tell a lot of my lifters, especially the old ones, old dudes, super cheesy. Live to lift another day. Don't fucking kill yourself. I did that too many times in the gym where I can barely walk up the stairs now. Only got 2 left. I'm gonna go right behind you on the next one and do a relatively new movement I got from a guy named Vernon. He's Vernon Griffith? Pretty sure he was doing it as a warm-up movement. I'm like, whoa, that'll probably smoke my quads. Tried it. Sure enough, smoke my quads. Okay.
It's funny how you move that. Because usually on a free bar,
Yeah.
you leave one, right? And then you just
Yeah.
take it for the other side.
The trick there is most free bars, you can have 245s on one side and nothing on the other. And as long as you pull it against the rack, against the J hook, enough, it'll stay. Not more than 225. There's a lot of people who found that out the hard way. So these little tricks that you get to know as a veteran lifter.
Beginners.
The newbies. Dude, I've barely even drank my intro workout. This is hilarious. So I'll do one more quad movement and then calves. I don't forget the calves. That's how you get small calves.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. So I have from yesterday, I got 4 weeks until my hernia surgery. So over the next 4 weeks, I'm gonna purposefully what we call overreach. I'm gonna train a bit like smart, not like an idiot, a bit more than I probably should, than may be the most beneficial. So I'll go from where I was training 4 to like 5 days a week, for sure to 6. I'm like gonna try doing this, push full legs, because I want to achieve the most I can in the next 4 weeks before surgery, because it's gonna be a while. I'm gonna have like a double, possibly triple hernia surgery, which will lay me up for a bit. I'll still be able to do a fair amount. That's the beauty of having access to pharmaceutical enhancement, is you can recover from things a lot faster. So this new one over here, kind of a funky one, show you. Yeah, this, like I said, this is Vernon Griffith. I saw him do this as like a prep movement, a warm-up movement. Thought I'd give it a try, and that's honestly how some of the, like, my favorite exercises, or a lot of exercises I end up loving, are just like, I'm just give this a try, see how it feels. And dude, silly. So here, all I'm doing is getting up on the balls of my feet, like I have my abs like almost crunched. There's a lot of tension in my abdominal wall. My glutes are squeezed. I'm pushing my hips forward, and I'm just descending down. This gives me support. Ton of tension on my quads, and drive up. Oh. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Oh, shit. Tight. I could get like an ab cramp on this too from it, but just super windy. So I get really really winded on these. Yeah, dude, look at this. See if it did it. You see that? It's so weird. Like one of them cramps. You have to like stretch out. It's like weird. But no, this is a great exercise for nearly the longest quadricep position you can get. Hips fully extended. And it looks easy, but clearly, if you listen to me, it's not. It's also at the end of the workout too, so there is that. But for me, great quad finisher. Sometimes I use it as an opening movement, but because it does add a lot of tension in the lengthened position, there's a fair amount of patellofemoral tension. But honestly, dude, it's like my abs. Like I'm literally shaking in my abs at the end, which probably says something about my abs. Yeah, they're literally cramping already. You'll notice I stick to the bottom 2/3 of the movement because that's where you get the lion's share of the tension and the benefit. All right. Squeezing my abs, squeezing my butt cheeks. Little stretch. Drive my toes in the ground. Whew. Okay. Yeah. Go to the point where I can't get back up. You know, and this is the point where being an older lifter, an aged lifter, dude, it's still like doing it. It's still like doing it. It's hilarious. But this is the point in the workout I go, okay, hey bro, you've done enough. You got legs. This is Saturday. On Tuesday, get your calf done and get the fuck out of the gym. So let's see if my girlfriend is on my machine, and if not, we're gonna do some calves. I don't think she is. She wouldn't use my, yeah. I'll laugh if she is though. You on a linear hack? Which one are you on? On this one? Nice.
Huh?
I'm on this one.
Which one?
Oh, this one. You can leave everything on there. You're good. Just gotta find, because it was next to the leg press before, so it had all the weights on it. See, a lot of like bodybuilders love this linear hack machine, real quad dominant machine. next to the butt dominant machine. I love it for calves. Because every time, even when I was younger using this thing, it felt like my knee taps were gonna literally explode every repetition. I'm gonna get one more plate aside. Look at this, come here. I have to do this. Every time I lift, if the shit is not lined up, can't handle it, you gotta be able to see through it. And if there's gyms that have different style plates, I have to use the same style plates. Even if I have like different ones, like let's say they had like 2 cast iron ones and like a black plated one, I would do 2 cast iron, 1 black, and the other side would have to match. Like I have to do that. I got one more plate to put on there. Okay, now we're good. Okay. Like I said, love it for calves. If I needed knee surgery like bad, I do it for quads. But like this, honestly, compared to like we have 2 designated calf raise machines, totally shits on them. And what you'll find, like at least this is kind of an opinion thing. For calves, I feel like getting to the most lengthened position under load and then just getting back to like kind of neutral ankle position, if you will. Not that you shouldn't go into like full plantar flexion, but just making sure we get fully into dorsiflexion, full stretch, drive up to at least neutral is like, that's it. Like that's what you need. But maybe if I did it the other way, I'd have bigger calves. One nice thing about knowing when to stop, like I said in the last exercise, is that I actually get my calves in then. Used to be like, granted, I've always kind of like dotted my I's and crossed my T's with my leg days, which is why I have decent legs. I would just blow myself out on other movements. And I'm like, bro, I can't put anything into calves. Like I'd be so spent. Oh, shit. I kind of miss that though. Like, you know, I think there's this big thing about people not wanting to train to failure. It's too systemically taxing. You know, it's not ideal for hypertrophy. Bro, like I remember there were leg days. I love leg days, always Saturdays, where I'd sit in the parking lot in my Jeep. I'm like nervous because I know what I'm about to do to myself. Not to sound cool or anything, like, no, for real. Like I wouldn't go in because I was like nervous because I knew I'd take myself on a hack squat, on a whatever, to the point where I couldn't move. That's really fucking uncomfortable. But I think something that people probably need to do at some point in their lifting career, at least to understand where that threshold is, because we're so into training to a point where you're X amount of reps shy of failure. 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep, 5 reps shy of failure. Bro, if you've never been to failure, how do you know what that number is? you know, especially if like you go to a point where you can't move anymore on a hack squat at like 10 reps, 12 reps, like you're stuck at the bottom, like that type of failure. I'm not saying to go there every day, but like, unless you've actually truly done that, you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Oh. This, like when I get up to the top, like when I push myself up, I can hear my knees. One more. We'll go one more. I was doing like 4 plates aside for a while. I'm working my way back out to it. It was after like this week after being sick. I brought it back down. Just going a little more on feel. Dude, like I swear, like there's gonna be a point in time, if I keep like growing veins, I'm gonna have to get one of those surgeries where they're like, I don't know what they do. They get rid of the shit. I had a client who was a surgeon who did those. The last thing I need is a, they call it a DVT.
Meg Walker.
Yeah. But he's got the legs to match. That bro's got like tree trunks. This one, like this, like the feel that I get on it. Or if people see this and be like, oh, I'm gonna try that. Everyone's gonna be using the linear hack for calves. As long as they don't use mine and they let me get my calves in, I'm cool. They're just gonna have to give me credit for their calf gains. And here I am not afraid to go to the point where I can't move anymore. I have no idea what this RIR is, but it feels like someone is surgically removing my Achilles tendon. Okay. Oh, you ever done BFR training? Blood flow restriction training?
Yeah.
If you do blood flow restriction for your calves, bro, it feels like, just amputate my lower leg, please. Like I kind of like it though. I would love doing like BFR for quads. Dude, there's so much blood that gets in your, you almost get like you get compartment syndrome, which wouldn't be good. But it's a gnarly pump. And that's it. That's a full leg day. Live to lift another day. Tuesday, I come back Tuesday, do something roughly similar. And then tonight, Saturdays is always leg day. Highest calorie burn, because it's the largest calorie consumption, because I think she's here. She wanted to do burgers tonight, so we will see. She's been a little crazy after her show, so we'll see how far we go with the extra food tonight. I don't know. We're gonna make it a game time decision. What happens? But we'll see. Because if there's like, it's like routine. Like every week, I'm so on point with diet, and Saturdays, leg day, cheat day. Cheesecake Factory usually. Crumble, nah, not so much. Used to be Crumble a lot. We did Crave cookies, that was like, nah. She likes Cinnaholic, Cinnabon. But dude, the best thing about Cheesecake Factory is this. Doesn't matter where you go in the entire, like, and I think it's world, but for sure, in the United States, no matter where you go, you know you're gonna get exactly the same thing. And for people that eat really healthy all the time, like the worst thing that could happen is you have a cheat meal or dessert or whatever, and it sucks. Like that is the worst. So the value behind Cheesecake Factory, aside from it being freaking amazing, is that you know whether you have it over here in Boca Park, or we were just in LA the other week, we were in Tampa the week after that. My carrot cake is the same fucking carrot cake here in LA, in New Jersey, everywhere. And that carrot cake is bomb. And you may not know this, but they actually named a cheesecake after me, the Adams. It's chocolate and peanut butter. Amazing. But that's next. That was leg day. Okay, now I gotta walk home.